let me preface this with saying that I kind of don't want to talk about this shit because I have a relationship with Tasha. When my channel went down, Tasha was one of the people that reached out to me to offer help. Okay. And she also threw me that shout out that I feel like is responsible for the push to more subscribers and more viewership at this point. Okay. None of that is lost upon me. I am grateful, but I'm a real person, you know what I'm saying? And I'm too fucking honest to not give y'all real tea on this subject matter. Okay? Real tea on this subject matter is back when all of this shit was happening, Tasha was not handling business the way she was supposed to be handling business. And maybe it's because she started out doing this as social media, and I started out coming from actual journalism, that I had a sense of integrity about the way I would handle the shit that I would talk about just off GP. And when you coming in on social media, this is all very new. People really did feel like they had the space and time to get up on social media and just say any fucking thing for clicks and views. And Tasha was one of those people. Tasha will get you in the nastiest, most salacious shit she could get you to come on her channel and hear her talk about whether it was true or not. And we all knew that. We knew that. Like, nobody was confused about that as far as I was concerned. Okay. And when the situation with Cardi happened, I kept saying, that is not right. That is not the way you handle that. You could not have known that girl had an STD legally unless you were talking to someone who is saying she gave it to them. But legally, there's no way you could know that. Another thing is, I'm a grown ass woman. I've had STDs. The shit is not cute. The shit is not fun. It didn't make me a hoe. It didn't mean that I wasn't being careful with my body. It didn't mean any of that. It didn't mean I wasn't clean. It didn't mean any of that. It meant niggas like to take condoms off while they fucking you without telling you first. It means there are STDs and STIs that you don't even know you have until a decade later. So ultimately, I don't go about my life trying to make anybody, especially women, feel bad about what happens to us with our sex and how that affects us. Because a lot of us be out here, you know, with issues and problems in that area that have nothing to do with sex or decisions we've made. Okay? So I don't like doing that. I don't think that shit is cute in the first place. And I would never get online and talk about something like that. Like that was some shit to hype up. You know, that ain't cool to me. Period. Always felt that way. Okay. So when the shit was happening, I was like, that's not the route. That ain't the way, sway. But what am I gonna say? Tasha at this point has like hundreds of thousands of subscribers over me. What the fuck am I gonna say? You know what I'm saying? And so I just, you know, hey, when she got shit that's popping and it's a good story and we feel like we can trust it, we go watch. When not, you know, you do you. I'm more power to you. I'ma do me. Okay. Fast forward, the shit happens. Tasha reaches out, I believe by way of Quentin, because of my relationship with him. And I was like, wow, she didn't even have to do that. Because I have publicly said I didn't like the way she did shit. So she didn't have to do that. So I was like, okay, that made me look at her different. Then as time has gone on while she's been dealing with this shit, her stories have been more factual. She's been giving you real interviews. Like, you know, shit that's not just some random person talking shit about somebody. Like, it's starting to get where I feel like it should be. Okay. So with seeing that growth, I am willing to say that I feel like I really hope this shit works out, that Cardi can get whatever she needs out the situation, but that Tasha is still able to move on in her life and be successful as a Black woman on this platform, doing this very new thing that is very difficult to do at a very high level. She does this at a very high level. And I feel like everybody makes mistakes, especially when you're doing something that there is no blueprint for. There was no how-to on how to become a content creator or a YouTuber or how to be successful at it. Not really. And yeah, you could use the shit that Wendy Williams did, but we always have to wonder, was that a good decision? The way Wendy handled her life? You know what I'm saying? Because I do feel like Tasha, you know, followed in those footsteps of get the story, get the viewership by any means necessary. That's just kind of not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that way. But Tasha was, you know what I'm saying? And that was to her benefit because now Tasha is at 1 million subscribers on YouTube, a place I don't know if I will ever get. And honestly, a place that I don't need to get, to be very clear. Like, I'm good with being middle range on this shit. Y'all know me. People who y'all know me. These motherfucking networks know me. Okay. And ultimately, like, I'm respected in this space, and that's what matters to me. All of that other shit is come and go. Viewership, subscribers, people fucking with you, the shit is come and go. Okay. But ultimately, this is some new shit. We're all in it, figuring it out, trying to make our money, trying to do something that we have not seen people do when we were growing up. Okay. So I'm going to give Tasha the grace in that way, because I feel like ultimately Cardi B's lawyers are kicking your ass in court. And I don't need to beat up on you anymore than what this shit looks like. I just hope that ultimately, when it's all said and done, you still can maintain the lifestyle that you become accustomed to living while this is being handled. And Cardi feels as if there's been some retribution for somebody being extremely disrespectful online about her for really no other reason other than the fact that maybe you didn't like her because you felt like she didn't deserve to be in the space that she was in, or because you was just doing it so you could get your viewership up. Whichever the reason was, you know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, I always felt like the shit was out of pocket, period. Okay. So with that being said, coming from a YouTuber, okay, I'm going to read y'all the article on TMZ. Thank you, Nikisha Renee, for the super chat. We know Tasha, your girl, but we know you're going to keep it funky. Hate you had to address this because she holds you down. She real enough to understand. I think she is. I think she is. And I think she will also view this with the respect that I'm giving it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really not trying to come at her neck at all about this shit, because I do understand. I do understand what it feels like for this to be competitive, for you to feel like if I don't tell a story, whether it's true or not, somebody else gonna get the story first and then they gonna get all the viewership, and I'm trying to get this fucking money. Like, everybody should understand the space that somebody can be in about it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Sawanda. Bonda, you always speak with integrity. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to. Tariq Moore, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Tiny for the Cash App. Hello, Bondi. Glad I caught the live, but kind of off topic where you review Love During Lockup and Married at First Sight. I'm already reviewing Love During Lockup. Y'all make sure y'all check out my Ratchet reality show reviews. Those are always like culmination of breakdowns. So like, it's a whole bunch of shows that I talk about, you know, usually about 3, 4, depending on which shows are going on at the time, because I don't have time to keep splitting videos up and all of that type of stuff. So check out Ratchet Reality. But I did the first episode of Love During Lockup this past week. Married at First Sight, I don't know yet. I'm watching it. I actually watched episode 2 today. It's looking like it's gonna be good. I'll pick it up when it picks up. Thank you, Kavan, for the super chat, girl. I accidentally hit the dislike button and my heart dropped to the floor. Child, I'm sorry. It's okay. Just press the like button. You can switch it. You can switch it. It's not a big deal. I promise. I've done that before myself. Just, you know, buttons on your phone, girl. It's all right. So let's go ahead and let me read this article. All right. So Cardi B says she wants to take her own life after seeing the alleged lies posted by a blogger who's now on trial in federal court. Cardi's lawsuit against the blogger Tasha K is now being tried in a federal courtroom in Georgia. And on Thursday morning, Cardi took the stand. She told the jury, "I wanted to commit suicide over the things Tasha was saying about her." Tasha made several video posts back in 2018 and 2019 about Cardi, claiming she had been a prostitute and had contracted multiple STIs, among many other things, which prompted Cardi's lawsuit. As we reported, Tasha didn't take it well when she was served with the papers. In court, Cardi also testified, "I felt defeated and depressed. I didn't want to sleep with my husband. This was all going down shortly after Offset and Cardi welcomed their first child." Culture, and Cardi told the court she felt like I didn't deserve my kid. Cardi's attorney asked asked her what she thought about Tasha after seeing the post, and she said, "I felt like only a demon could do that shit." The rapper actually apologized to the judge for swearing after that statement. Thank you, Amber, for the Cash App. She eventually broke down in tears after repeating the ordeal made her feel suicidal. Cardi is still on the stand and should be cross-examined by Tasha's attorney later Thursday. Story developing. I also heard that Tasha's husband owns the studio, owns the, everything that they do business wise. His name is on it. But when asked if there was a choice to take down some of these videos that Cardi was asking Tasha to take down, Tasha's husband said that it was up to Tasha whether those videos were taken down or not, which we all know is true. We all know that's true. I don't know if I feel like that's, throwing his wife under the bus. I don't think that's what that is. I think that they are trying to make sure that whatever happens, their family and their money can be as protected as it possibly can be in this situation, considering how much Cardi could possibly get from Tasha if she wins. And here's the thing. You can prove that somebody got online and said salacious things about you. Can you prove that it, kept you from making money is the question. And I believe that is the question that's, ultimately being asked in this case, right? Is if Cardi was losing out on anything because of the situation that Tasha K, created by, putting these stories out there. All of this emotional shit, yeah, that's emotional distress. Her complaint is against Kibi Studios too, right? It probably is. Y'all. I have not, found all of the paperwork and everything. I've just been watching videos of the man who was outside giving reporting on the testimony that was going inside the courtroom because there aren't allowed any cameras. But I need to go follow him on Twitter so I can see his tweets as they're happening. Hey Devin, thank you for the super chat. How do you think this will affect bloggers and vloggers in the future, since this is really the first case where a celeb went after monetary damages for libel slander? Honestly, I feel like I don't think there really will be a change. I'm gonna tell you why there won't be a change. There won't be a change because ultimately people aren't supposed to get on public platforms and outright lie about somebody and think that they won't get sued. Like, that's why there's already libel, slander. That's why you can already go to court about these things, because it's already there. So I think what will end up happening is that YouTubers will have to be careful. We've already been being careful. Allegedly, Lee. Okay, shout out to Alex. Like, a lot of the times everyone will preface allegedly, and all of this, and it's gossip, and the understanding that we don't know if something is factual. We always have to, in some ways, insinuate that we don't know if something is a fact. Like, that's why I say I think a lot, okay? Because I said I think. I didn't say that's what happened. I said that's what I think. Okay? And I say it that way specifically so anybody that ever comes to me with anything I've said that was my opinion on something that I read. Now, I don't even, before, when I used to do Ish Talking back in the day, which was what BondyBlue show used to be, back in the day, those of y'all that have been here for a long time, y'all know, what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah. Ish Talking. That's what this used to be. Back then, I would just talk. I would just know the stories that happened and tell y'all what happened. I would create notes, write stuff from the articles. But now I read y'all the articles from people's websites. That way, everybody knows the information that you are getting from BondyBlue is from somewhere else. Okay? That has put this shit on their website. So if you want to hold somebody responsible, hold a Jasmine brand responsible. That's why I got it. Hold TMZ responsible. That's why I got it. Hold Hip Hop Wired responsible. Hold Neighborhood Talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not just so people can hold them responsible. It's also so that we can all continue to make money and support each other in what we do. Because ultimately, everybody, adds something to this circle. Everybody adds something to this circle, from the bloggers that give commentary on it, like myself, to the people that are reporting it, like it's news on Instagram, girl. Like, to the celebrities that's doing the bullshit, to, the people that's making money from the money that we make. This is a cycle, okay? This is a situation where everybody's making their money, so I'm going to cite my sources and let y'all know where I got it from for a plethora of reasons, other than the fact that I got A's in English in every class that I've ever taken. And one thing you've always had to do is cite your sources. And if that's why I have gotten very clear about it, as I've started to do this longer, and as things have started to happen, specifically like the Tasha K Cardi B situation, we gonna read what these motherfuckers say. Okay. And it did seem like it was a part of that Nicki versus Cardi situation where people like to pick sides. I was online arguing with somebody this morning about Nicki. Let's go ahead and talk about that. Where's my? I thought I had a graphic from that, and maybe I deleted it. I did. I think I did delete it. Y'all, why I still got this in here though? Y'all tell Tammy I love her because I'm still laughing about this. Okay, you don't say it either, motherfucker. Okay, listen, I love this because I am a hold the joint in your mouth while you talk to a motherfucker type person. Like, hold up, y'all. Let me get y'all a little picture right quick so we don't have to talk about a subject matter without knowing. We're also going to talk about Real World because I watched Real World, y'all. The last episode, the homecoming episode. I mean, this last homecoming episode, I watched it. And I have some thoughts on that. So we're going to talk about that as well. But let me get y'all this graphic right quick because I don't like talking about shit without us, having a benchmark for the subject matter. It makes it easier to time code shit later on. Okay, so just give me a second. Make sure y'all like the video. If you are new to my channel, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Have you told your people about me? Have you told your people about me? Is a better question. Okay, have you? All right, have you helped? Have you helped me get to 100,000? Ask yourself that. Okay, you're sitting in here watching me talk. Ask yourself, have you helped me get to 100,000 by telling somebody, not just by being here yourself? Even though I appreciate that greatly. Okay, this is me talking while I am making graphics as to continue to entertain y'all, even though I am multitasking like a motherfucker.